Good evening, everyone. Pastor Michael. It is the Wednesday evening, May 19, 2021 video update. I have to say 2021 because I've been doing these over a year now, right? And as I catalog them all on my computer, they're getting all mixed up if I don't add the year. So 2021. We had that big announcement video last night, but that doesn't mean that our normal video update tonight on Wednesday is unimportant. We have several important things tonight, but it will be more brief, and you can read all about it in the email that accompanies the link to this video as well. I know many of you just read the email, which is just fine, especially if I'm going to talk for 18 minutes. You can just read the video or read the email. But things to talk about tonight. The big news from yesterday, if you didn't catch it, is that we are at Westbrook Presbyterian Church hiring both Stiles Statlander to begin on August 1st, full-time assistant pastor of discipleship, and Nathan Hyatt, full-time assistant pastor of worship administration and ministry development. That will begin on June 1st. So we're really excited, and I appreciate all of the emails and texts that I've received from you today talking about that and being excited for me. I am excited and relieved and very thankful. So we're looking forward to that. I happened to see our third seminarian today. He is in town. That is Ryan Northfield, who is a student at Covenant Seminary in St. Louis. That's the PCA school there. And he is slated to graduate in December. So I thought I'd give you an update about that. And the exciting thing going on as far as Ryan is concerned with his seminary training, his pastoral training, is that he is going to be filling the pulpit during the month of June at the Cornerstone PCA Presbyterian Church in Ackley, Iowa. So I'm thrilled with that opportunity for Ryan. That will cover some part of his summer, and hopefully we'll get him in the pulpit here at Westkirk too. So he has started his preaching, and we'll have an opportunity to do it weekly for 4 weeks in a row next month up in Ackley. So that's great for Ryan, and then he will be graduating in December. But the reason I saw Ryan and Carliann and the kids this morning was because they are in town on account of Carliann's grandmother's death. This would be Clair Conner, Clair's mother, Carolyn. So Clair and Larci and Ryan and Carliann, we want to invite you to be praying for them this week. Their services are tomorrow morning up in Glidden, Iowa, where Carolyn was a member of the Presbyterian Church there. We've prayed for Carolyn over the last year or so on several occasions, and so that name may sound familiar to you. So that's Carolyn Conner, Clair's mom, Carliann's grandma. So we're praying for Clair and Larci and Carliann and Ryan this week too. And I also wanted to make another announcement. That longtime member Dorothy Olsen died. Not all of you probably know Dorothy. It's been several years since she's attended regularly. She lived over at the Woodlands and was under COVID protocols and isolated for about a year. But even before then had stopped coming. She was 92. And her son is Kevin Olsen, who always brought her to church along with his wife Beverly. They're all members here. And the services for Dorothy were actually private family graveside services on Monday, this past Monday, over at Highland Memory Gardens Cemetery up on the north side of town. So let's also pray for Kevin and Beverly Olsen and their family on the death of Kevin's mother, Dorothy, longtime Westkirk member. And then the other thing, the big thing that I wanted to mention tonight was that we have an updated COVID policy. So, those pages and pages of policy we came out with about a year ago in anticipation of opening Westkirk up for corporate live worship at the end of May last year. Well, most of that has all been rolled back. And so the new policy, as of right now, as of Monday evening, says this: the wearing of masks or protective face coverings while inside Westbrook Presbyterian Church is permitted but not required, with the exception of from 8:40 a.m. on Sunday mornings through the end of the first service of worship, which is approximately 10 a.m., during which time the wearing of masks or protective face coverings is required unless an individual is actively engaged in eating or drinking. So that is the new COVID policy. Of course, we also want to remind you that we still are expecting that if anyone, you or anyone in your family, are experiencing any COVID symptoms, and those could be cold symptoms, flu-like symptoms, we would strongly encourage that you and all of your family would remain home from corporate worship and worship with us on live stream. So that part remains, of course. That's a caution that if there's anything that sticks from our time of COVID, I hope that's it, that we're a little bit more cautious about when we are ill and around other people than maybe we were before. I think that's been kind of helpful. So that's our new COVID policy. It's printed in the email for you also, so you can check that out. I guess it would be good to give you some updates on staff. Benet is doing much, much better. She is staying home and working from home this week. Her son Joshua graduates from high school this year, and his grad party is here at Westkirk on Friday. And so we want Benet to be feeling good for that Friday evening. So she's planning to be here and planning to be here on Sunday, but won't be in the office between now and then. Barb McCarger has had COVID-19. She's about at the end of her protocol. And she and I communicated today and kind of gave her permission to come back to work Friday afternoon. So she'll be in the building Friday afternoon. She's itching to be back and at work and doing the things she loves. So she'll be emerging on Friday afternoon. And then Jordan and the Pullman family. Eloise tested positive. Mary has not. But Jordan's kind of having a rough day today. So we would like you to continue to pray for Jordan. He's been mostly asymptomatic, but started to develop some respiratory things today. So we're going to ask for prayer for Jordan today and the family as they kind of work through that a little bit. We here at the end of all of this, the staff's kind of taken a hit, but we're bouncing back, and we did all of our contact tracing and all that. And I don't know that we were in contact with one another much, so not sure that anyone got it from one another, but everybody is hopefully on the mend here real soon. So appreciate your prayers on that. This upcoming Sunday, as you may recall, is the last Sunday in our Book of Acts sermon series, so that's exciting. I'd like to invite you to prepare by reading through Acts chapter 28. Did the first 15 verses this past Sunday, and we'll pick it up at verse 16 this Sunday and finish Acts chapter 28 and our Acts sermon series. So we're excited about that. So with that, I will sign off tonight and thank you for tuning in to the regular Wednesday evening video update, and I look forward to seeing you live or on live stream this upcoming Sunday. Good night.